Welcome to Right Great Riches, a Hero Roundtable podcast with me, Matt Langdon, out and about today for this one. I read an article this last week from David Heinemeier Hansson, who was talking about the difficulty that we have in a lot of efforts to change things between apathy and revolt, I think was the term he used, and how difficult it is to revolt, how easy it is to remain apathetic. And it really resonated with me in particular because he was talking in reference to quitting Facebook. He has, in the last couple of weeks, quit Facebook because of business practices, various things, and that lined up with myself. I deleted my Facebook account probably 2 months ago now, I think, and for similar reasons, for not wanting to support a company that was doing some of the things that they were admitting to doing, and particularly not having received any punishment for them or any kind of negative effect at all. And it felt pretty tokenistic to delete my account. I thought, well, Facebook isn't going to notice that. But what Heinemeier Hansson pointed out was that that's exactly something that Facebook notices. They're very much aware of who is using their service, how much they're using it, how often they're using it, and that's all information that is used to determine their value. And so his point was that individuals are going to leave a dent of some sort. It might be small, but when many of them make that small dent together, it's going to be leave a bigger mark. So I think that was really an important part of what he was saying, and lines up with a lot of the hero discussions and research we've done in the years. It goes along with people that we've had on the stage who have chosen to do something instead of nothing when they've seen a problem, and a lot of them have done something quite big and impactful. But again, that comes back to am I the kind of person who's going to do something big and amazing and world-changing? That doesn't seem like me, and I think especially on a day like Martin Luther King Jr. Day, it's easy to think, well, I could never be him. But the truth is there were a lot of other individuals around King, before King, after King, and they all contributed. And so the other part of the article that, again, I think is really important, and I bring this up a lot in schools around bullying, is that we often shortcut to thinking, well, the big scary thing is what we have to do. That's the only option. It's that or apathy or bystanderism, walking away. But there are lots of things that we can do. We can choose to do something. So the suggestion in the blog post, and I'll put it in put the link in the comments, was to reduce. So reduce your usage. If you're using Facebook an hour a day, make it half an hour a day. If you're not wanting to support Uber's business practices, then reduce your usage. Look for alternatives. And I think his example was not wanting to support Amazon as much after recent activities, and so he cancelled his Prime membership and tries to order from elsewhere. So it doesn't have to be cold turkey, and I think he said in the post, cold turkey is not a great tasting meal or something like that. But the point was that the difficult thing is the obvious thing, but it's also the most difficult thing, and it's much easier to choose apathy over a very difficult thing. So that's my thoughts for today. I'm going to continue my walk here. We have Hero Roundtable Yarram coming up in, I think, less than 6 weeks, 5.5 weeks. If you are in Australia, I highly recommend it. If you're not in Australia, there've been a lot of cheap flights recently to get here. We'd love to see you. Probably next week I'll do another highlight of the speakers, the other half of the speakers that are coming. And thanks for all of our patrons on patreon.com/Hero Roundtable. Your support is much appreciated, and I'll see you next week.